This is a general reading for Scorpio for the week of October 13th through the 19th. So Scorpio is your sun or moon rising or your Venus. This is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I want to apologize for being late on the video. And it's at least a day late. I was ill last week. I don't know what, on Wednesday, I went to the beauty shop. I had 2 appointments, and then in the afternoon, I walked up the hill to the public clinic for my flu and COVID shot. So I don't know if it was being out in the weather because it's been rainy off and on, or being out in public, sitting around at the beauty shop, getting my nails done and getting my pedicure. I hadn't had a manicure for over a year because my nails had to be clear in case the chemo had killed my nails, so they had to be able to see them. And then the shots, and usually I don't get any reaction to the shots, but I've been taking immunotherapy and immunosuppressants, which they say you shouldn't get any reaction, but if it's an immunosuppressant, maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't fight the flu shot. I don't know. I know it's dead bacteria. But long story short, the next day I started feeling really tired. And by Friday, I was sleeping all day with Nina on my lap in a very upset tummy. So, my energy was real low, and I thought, well, I might have a real hard time doing a reading. So please accept my apology. I'm back in my groove today. I've meditated on the cards, and I didn't get any messages yet. Okay, don't give up. That's what they're saying, don't give up. Oh, that's interesting. Breakthrough, but then I see, how the Easter egg, how it opens up, it cracks and it's opening. So that's almost like what's, and it represents birth and renewal. And, the Easter represents also reincarnation, rebirth, just like the butterfly, when it comes out of its cocoon. So things are just, you're there breaking through the shell, and then you can see what's around. Now the shell can be self-imposed, or it can be a shell barriers that are put up by others. Sometimes we put up our own barriers by our thoughts. Like, I can't do this, I'm not able to, I don't have the skill, and I'm gonna cancel all those. But all those self-doubts that we have, we're human, we're here, here's our lessons. So it's, I see breaking through that shell. And then once you break through that, then it's, because the little chick has that little thing on its beak to peck through the shell. And sometimes that's pretty hard to break through that shell, but once you get through, then it's easier going. So let's see what we have coming up for this week for you, Scorpio. And I did not know that today I'm filming this on Monday. I didn't know that was I forgot it was a banking holiday in the US. And for some government agencies and post offices, etc., it's not mail delivery. So it's judgment. And usually I read this manifestation about, it's about coming. But I look at this and who's judging? Are you judging yourself? Sometimes we are, I'm saying this is really interesting how this is turning out. That, we sometimes are our hardest judge and our biggest barrier, like the thing about the barrier around there, and also, the judgment that maybe someone is being harsh on themselves. Judgment, oh, and look at here. So this could also be breaking through the barrier, things about ready to manifest in the sun. And see, the sun is, you've got the two people talking together, the sunflower, which is prosperity, everything's falling into place and good. At the base of it is, oh, look at this, happy celebration. It's very, very good. Things are starting to look good for you, Virgo. Because looks like what's behind you, the 7 of Swords. On your mind is the 9 of Wands. the Ten of Wands ahead. You know, that symbolizes, you know, your heavy burdens are just about to be released, because well, the 10 is the completion of something. And then you can see the light at the end of the road. You can see the way out of this. Then we have the Eight of Cups, the Emperor. Oh, good. And the Eight of Wands. So you got two eights going here. We got, you know, completions. We got movement. These are, I like the movement cards. So you're not stagnating, you're moving forward. And then the final outcome is the Three of Pentacles. So definitely I see, you know, your Ten of Wands is right ahead of you, but then you're looking at some new options. You could be staying right where you are and looking at some choices. Oh, look at, and then we have the Four of Pentacles on top of the Three of Pentacles. We'll go over those, excuse me. Eight of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Oh, this is good. You're going to get a message about money. Queen of Rods. Two of Swords. Knight of Rods. A Fool is crowning you. Now, you know in your mind, because this is what's in your thoughts, that you're on a new path, a new journey, new chapter, new chapter. This week is a new chapter. So you flip your book, get a blank new page, and you're on the new chapter of your book. Seven of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. Three of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Now that's an interesting thing. That's almost a dichotomy. Okay, because you're celebrating, or it could be to get together with the Nine of Swords. It could be it's that residual, knowing that you're about, you know, you're leaving that. And look at here, the Devil crossed over by the Queen of Swords. Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Yes, thank you. Okay, the Devil isn't coming, the Devil isn't here, the Devil isn't going to be there. Okay, your reading is partially about the Devil with the Queen of Swords. Now, Swords represents information. Information, then you have clarity in the direction to go. This is about something about your reading, what's going on. And it shows, partially, it's also about judgment, manifestation, and things are sent. But this is also about the Queen of Swords. You are able to cut through and get to the core of the truth of what's been going on, whatever that situation has been, because it's behind you. The Seven of Swords, they have the Nine of Swords at the base of it. Clarity. It's like, oh, now I'm cutting through whatever that was. Well, it could have been a relationship, it could have been a work situation, it could have been some sort of deception. For different people, it's different things. But you, and this can be, it's feminine, female energy, but it could be male or female. You're able to cut through. It's like, what is that fable about when you touch something and they have to tell the truth? But you're cutting through and you're getting through to the core, the truth of the situation, which was the Devil. What was the basis of that disagreement? What happened? You know, it could be those questions. What happened in that situation? Why the job ended, or why things were falling apart, or why the relationship ended, or, you know, what could I have done, or why was there a loss of money? Where did that money go? This is cutting through and seeing what this was, or why didn't that relationship work out? And then there's the Devil card and information. Maybe that partner had some deception, some addiction. Maybe there was some other person involved. Maybe in the work environment, you know, there could have been chaos. They could be, you know, all sorts of things. Because the Devil, you know, and this is what Spirit had told me before, the Devil is not the Devil. The Devil is not a person. It's not an entity. It's not anything. You know, it's not anything. So, it's not from the source. we build up these things. And it's really, the devil is really behaviors, actions that keep a person from being authentic with themselves and with others. And as a result of that, it creates the barriers. So whatever it was, was it this in a person involved? And did they have some addictions? Or were they not telling the truth? Or were they taking money? You are not coming in here and you just go lay down, mister. No. I should have said that Jason's here and Nina's here. Okay, and I'll go over also about the fact that the drawings and everything. But you have to look at what was the core of all of this. What, were there addictions? Was there theft? Or if this was a business, was there some unscrupulous business practices? If it's relationship, home, business, like if you were going to buy a house and it fell through, and someone was trying to be deceptive, whatever the situation is, this is clarity regarding that situation. Then we have celebration, and still this situation that's behind you. So it's feeling optimistic and new beginnings regardless of what happened in the past, even though you're feeling a little bit restricted, you're feeling some loss, feeling that maybe there was something that was unfair that happened, but you're going to get clarity because of the Queen of Swords. Now, also, I am, I'll add these little things through here. I am going to be having the offer of the complimentary reading for someone who either subscribes, new subscriber, or puts in the comment. And please put in the likes if you like the video. Now, being a subscriber costs nothing, absolutely nothing. And look below the video. If it says subscriber, then you're already a subscriber. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people, and all you have to do is resubscribe. I promise I will not send you any marketing. I promise I will not send you any text. But you'll be entered for the consideration for the free 30-minute reading, and you get notification of the videos. And also, for those people that entered in the month of September, I have announced the winners in the community comments, so please check those out. So what is behind you here, whatever that situation was that you've left, the Seven of Swords is like turning those five of Swords into the Seven of Swords. Five of Swords is like a lot of can be dispute, can be some intrigue, it can be things hidden. And it's the Five of Swords is like he's got a cloak and he's in the dark. And our planet is now becoming, that light is showing on the dark. It's globally showing on it. It's showing it on the media. It's showing it, in all sorts of things. Well, in politics, look what's happening in New York City. The light is showing on dishonest acts. This is the same thing. The Five of Swords is like that, deception under the light, but the light is showing and they can't hide anymore. And this is the same thing. It's turning that Five of Swords into the Seven of Swords, and then you move through that situation because you started getting the truth about really what is going on, what was the truth of it. Sometimes, if we really don't know the core truth of it, it's almost like the Eight of Swords. We are bound, we don't know which direction to go because we don't even know what's going on around us in order to address it. And with the Queen of Swords and with the information, then you're able to move forward, and then you turn that into the Seven of Swords, which is energy, learning from that, and then being empowered to move forward. And this is the Knight of Swords, now the Knight of Pentacles. So it would have been something about money. So this is definitely, I think, about a work situation or some sort of financial dealing. Financial dealing could be contracts, financial agreements, buying a home, contracts, having some work done on your house, having work done on your car, whatever it is. But the truth came out. That's what it is truth came out. And truth is coming out now everywhere for us all. And what's on your mind is the Fool, the new beginnings. You know that you have new beginnings, even though you have a whole lot of responsibilities. The Nine of Wands, no more than you can handle, and it's just part of life. If there was a change in your life, there could be that bridge, or the, going from one situation to another, transition. And you know that you're on, the Fool is the new chapter, and there's a transition going on. Now, I forgot to tell you about my team that's here today. I'm sorry, I'm going to put these little things in. Nina's here on the table. Jason's in the bedroom. Hope was here just until I started doing the video, and then it got warmer again, so he wanted to go outside. The weather's been, And yesterday was sort of nice. He was out most of the day, and today, this morning, was a little bit cool, so he took a nap here in the hallway. And I think that Hope is not deaf. I think he's just hard of hearing. And I never knew what his name was, so I named him Hope, which is a girl's name. But I've had him for over a year, and now when I say his name, but I have to say it real loud, he moves forward. So he's, how if you were hard of hearing and nobody knew your name and he can't see a thing. So he's responding now. So anyway, he's out in the courtyard. Milo's in the sitting room, and the two little feral kittens are in the garage. Those are Nina's BFF. Her little friends are out in the garage. So right up ahead, after you figured out, hey, I'm on a new chapter, things are really moving, and whatever that situation was, that's behind me now. I've got new opportunities, and I'm going to, I see lasso. I'm going to catch those and bring them to me. I'm looking at what I want, and I'm lassoing them, and I am empowered to pick what I want, because here is your 9 of Wands, or 10 of Wands. That's the end of this chapter. Your burdens are going to be lifted, and it's with the Knight of Rods. So it can be the action of moving forward from that, or it could be a person, because then you have two nines. Also, you have the 9 of Swords at the base of it, and you have the 9 of Rods crowning you. So I like to look at repeating numbers too. What's right ahead is you have the 8 of Cups. Now, whatever that situation was, or whatever was going on in your life, you're like, there's something missing in my life. I know there's something, and I don't know what it is, and I just have this sense that there's something, and I got to figure out what it is. Well, the moon, things are hidden, but you know that you're on a search, because you were like, there's something going on, like it was maybe missing at work, or it was missing at home, and you want to, as you are figuring the next chapter, it's important for you to get in touch with what are you looking for. Be expansive, not restrictive, because the more expansive, then you're looking at what are these cups, because maybe before you were very restrictive, and inside of you, the yearning inside of you said be expansive. There's more and more that you could ask for, have, manifesting. Again, so that shell, which was restricting that which you could have, restrictions in your thoughts, because you can expand what you want, and you can have a more enhanced life. And this is what that 8 of Cups was, that you knew that there was more. So it could be, and so you're undecided, you're trying, and you're blindfolded. This goes together because it's hidden beneath, and you don't have all the information. So for example, if you are looking for a job, and you go, okay, I want a job, and I want a job, I have to have a job because, it pays the bills, and it's one of those 8 to 5 or remote jobs, and I go to work, I get the check, I go home. Well, yeah, that's what you could have. But is that really what you want? Be expansive. I want a job. I want a way for money to flow to me. And this is how, you know, from any stream, you know, you can have many streams of money coming to you, prosperity coming to you. It comes from the source, and it's unlimited. There is no limit in the source. There is no limit in the universe. If you have something, it doesn't take away from your neighbor, and vice versa. And I, myself, when I see small business like on YouTube, and or on Facebook, I have 1,000 Facebook friends. If I see someone has a small business and they're posting something, I repost it to my 1,000 friends and say, I support small business. Like there's a homemaker, a mom, who does all these wonderful baked good things that you can order. And she has this route, and she posts the pictures and everything. I post that all the time for her, all the time. When she posts it, I post it. People who sell products and they do the tabletop things, I post it. Because it's encouraging, it's bringing prosperity to the universe, it's bringing prosperity to them. And it's not limiting for me at all. And they're being successful, and it raises, you know, the universe. You know, we're all into this together. When you succeed, I succeed. That's how I feel. When you succeed, I succeed. And so it's the same with here. Now, what kind of job do you want? What kind of money do you want to bring in? Maybe when you're looking here, you thought, you know, I always wanted to have my own business. Maybe I wanted to do a YouTube, or maybe I wanted to, you know, I've been a self-employed IT person, or I have been a support person for this, or I've been a project manager. And, you know, maybe this is what you want to do, is be your own boss. Or maybe a job where you have upward mobility, or you have more public contact, or, you know, all these things that you can add to what you really are looking for. Or maybe you want more work-family balance, more balance of recreation and work, the balance in your life, whatever you're looking for. This is, you know, the time to figure that out, and you're a little bit undecided because you're blindfold. You haven't thought about it, or you haven't considered it, or you don't have all the information, and this is your exploration point. This is why you're looking, because then, you've got some good things coming up here. Because here's the Emperor and the Queen of Rods. Now, prosperity and the Emperor, what does this represent? Well, the Emperor can be someone from a government entity, you know, a boss, someone who makes decisions. Could be a banker, for example. It could be someone who administers a program, and you've applied for a program. There's going to be lots of small business loans coming up, or maybe if you're in a different country, there could be grants to start small businesses, for example. It can be someone like a banker. It's someone making a decision, whatever it is. And then here's your Queen of Rods. This could be a person related to government, or it could be you. Harvest time, there's the sunflower. So good things are starting to come. Then things start moving fast. Eight of Rods is fast success, being successful and quick movement after you get a message about money. So someone's been waiting for a message about money. Could be approval of a loan. Could be approval of a job. Things start moving. This is the week of things are going to be moving that you've been waiting for a while, and the final outcome is that it's like 3 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. You've been exploring and could still be exploring. What do you want? Are you going to go to school? Are you going to start your own business? Are you going to apply for a promotion? Are you going to apply for a different job? And standing firm at what you want, and how much are you worth? How much are you worth? This is what it's saying. And so it's moving forward. It's the end of a chapter and the beginning of a chapter this week. Scorpio, it's been time, it's here, it's coming. I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards right now for you. So let's see what we have for those. See, I got all mixed up when I do my little thing about subscribing, and you're probably glad that I did that. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. For my subscribers this month, I have a special. If you want a reading, it's $5 off. And so instead of 30, it's 25. Instead of 50, it's 45. And that's for either a 30-minute reading or an hour reading. And just send me an email. If you're not a subscriber, it will be 30 and 50. And just send me an email, and the reading can be live or video, your choice. And I do get good reviews from the people who've gotten readings from me. So if you want a reading, you know, just send me an email, and I'd be glad to do that for you. I get readings myself. It's hard to read for yourself. I do, the oracle cards do help me, but it's real hard because you sort of put your own little thing about it, like I hope, I want it this way, and sometimes we ignore. So it's like getting a second opinion or a neutral. So it's good. What do we have for Scorpio? Again, you know, that shell that you've been imposing on yourself, and it says that you can, you know, and that goes with that 8 of Cups. So it's time to break through, and you can have it all. You can have it all. What else do you want Scorpio to know? That's it. Oh, okay. There is, I see this person. There's someone around you that's interested in you. And you might just go up to him. Don't be intrusive. You don't want to become a stalker. You know, and I always respect, you know, my thing is about space, personal space. I think it's an American thing. We have to keep so many feet apart, and you know, it's a cultural thing too. But you know, if you happen to, saying hi to someone and smiling doesn't hurt anything. So if you have to see someone in the coffee shop that you see every day on the way to work, or you see that person in the hallway in the elevator, just say hi, good morning. Doesn't take anything. That could be the icebreaker. Because I think that other person's been eyeballing you but didn't know how to break the ice. Yeah, that's very good. Then pretty soon you're going to be smiling back and forth at each other every day, and that's going to open the communication. Yeah, it's a couple. Someone's been looking at you. Not in a stalking way, but in like, oh, that person's cute. I wonder if they're single. That kind of energy. Okay, so you know, saying hi and good morning does not hurt anybody. So let's see, what have we got for Scorpio here? Okay. Someone has a sister. You have a sister that you want to take out to lunch and catch up. She'd love to do it, and she misses you. Okay, that was a message. What's the other message? Okay, someone needs to go, and then this is going to be for anybody, go get your annual checkup. Nothing serious, but it's better, you know, just like your car. When you hear that little rattle, you don't ignore it until you're stopped along the freeway. So if it's time for your annual exam, go get your annual exam. If you've been worried about something, someone's been worried about something, just go get it checked out. Because once you get it checked out, they're going to go, oh, okay, the doctor says, well, I know, blah, 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 blah. Either, you know, might be a real little minor procedure, nothing big, like in the office kind of thing. You'll feel better, you won't worry about it, and you'll be like the old thing, nip it in the bud. Thank you. Boy, you're getting good there, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Any other messages for folks? Okay, if someone's, okay, we have the holidays coming up, and please consider going to the family events. They would love to have you there. Okay. Someone needs to check your bank account to be sure they're not taking anything out. Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay, check your bank account. Check all the withdrawals in the past, like 30 days. Because you don't really check your bank account, you just check the balance. And you go, oh, that looks all right. Okay, you look on your phone. I want you to go line by line and look at any withdrawals, because they could be doing sneaky stuff. Someone, not, it could be that someone you don't even know is, you know. Okay, now let's pull the oracle cards. Boy, the spirits are good today. Maybe since I've been sick and resting for a while. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides alive. What do we have for Scorpio here? To be fair, 38, which works out to an 11. And let's look for this, 38. Which is balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Okay, now this is, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. You just finished your challenging one, you know, and the light's being shown on what was going on. Yet over time, they strike a balance. So, you know, it's not going to be like that you're forever going to have the tough learning experiences. And the other card, 2 other cards for our Scorpio right here. Breathe. Yep, self-care, take a breath, get balanced. I think through breathe, you're also going to get in touch with the 8 of Cups. What is it that you want? And right here, chop wood. This is the pruning. You know, through the pruning comes the growth. Through elimination of things that aren't serving you comes the growth. It could be things like making the space in your closet, eliminating those things that no longer serve you, maybe even going on a health regime, or, okay, yeah, okay. So for someone, you know that there's been like, you get off track a little bit, and you're around people that, you know, maybe you have something you want to do, but then you go along with the group, and maybe they spend too much time after work, and then, you know, there may be too much alcohol consumption or something, and, you know, then you didn't get done what you really wanted to get done because you felt the pressure of being there. Okay, so chop wood would be to say, no, I'm sorry that tonight I have other plans. And you can, well, what is it? Well, I've got plans I don't want to say. You know, it could be anything. You could, in your mind, yeah, I've got other plans. I'm going to sit down and, I don't know, whatever your hobby is at home. You don't have to tell them what it is. But what it's saying is eliminating those things in your life that are not serving you. Habits, for example, or toxic people, or, you know, any sorts of things that keep you off track on what you are focused on. Those are the kind of things. Once you eliminate those and prune away, comes the opportunity for new growth, new things to come to you. Because I see you are at a point where you could be, I see the jumping board, you know, where they're ready and they're gonna go jump, it gets some momentum, and then, you know, you're sailing off to what you want to have. You're at the jumping board where you can jump and leap and propel towards your goal. And that's what happens when you chop wood. You're pruning back in order for new growth, new opportunities. That's the point where you are. So take the opportunity to do that. And look at the distraction. These, you know, all these are distractions. and focus on what you want to accomplish, because you have a lot of great ideas. Plus people have lots of hobbies and things that they want to pursue. And do that. Yeah, and I'm saying Spirit's saying to someone, yes, sign up for that cooking class. Sign up for that cooking class, because you will find it very, very, very enjoyable. Okay, and you'll have a new circle of friends too. You'll meet some nice people there. But you'll have a lot in common. Now, let's pull the I Ching card. You know, cooking classes, that's the big thing. I did like home ec in high school, and actually I thought at one time I wanted to be a home ec teacher. But you know, what I find for me is that cooking's very therapeutic. And when I was really having a lot of stress this winter, you know, I was having my chemo and everything, I would bake. Oh, let me make a batch of cookies. But, you know, I get my smartphone out and get the recipe, and I made lots of banana bread from scratch. And I really didn't eat it, but I liked the whole thing about, you know, measuring, stirring. It really gets the energy out. So whatever it is for you, you know, it's also that part of being in Zen, being in the moment, and being able to be distracted, and just being at the moment at the time. Okay, what do we have for our Scorpio? Okay. What is the card here for the I Ching for Scorpio? Right here. It's in here someplace. This one. Okay. Cutting through. Now, isn't that interesting? We just talked about chopping wood, and here's cutting through. I did not look at the cards, and they were very small print, so I couldn't have even seen them. Okay, cutting through. I see. And even when the little thing about the chip poking through the shell. 21, cutting through. Maybe cutting through your barriers. Maybe this is what it's all about today. And the Queen of Swords, getting through to the truth. Okay, 21, cutting through. Current circumstances call for confronting a thorny situation and cutting through it. Somehow, the way to harmony and unity is blocked or frustrated, perhaps by a tangle of deceit or corruption. Saying you're going to get clarity. That's what we were asking for. Like Alexander the Great, cutting through the Gordian knot. Take the decisive action, and you will meet with good fortune and even your destiny. Don't be afraid to shake things up a bit. The ability to take corrective measures when they are needed is an essential trait of leadership. And this just is like the pruning too. Those who bring discipline to bear must, above all, be honest with others and with themselves. Honesty is the hallmark of the strong and self-confident. The successful person masters the art of honesty like the swordsman masters fencing. When lies, delusions, and game playing are getting in the way of teamwork, the sort of honest action, perhaps even punishment, must be wielded as to protect integrity and values. Decisiveness with integrity will bring good fortune. Though your actions may be vigorous, they must not be hasty, severe, or arbitrary. Be sure to carefully consider all the circumstances. In the case of a serious disruption of relations or events, forgive but don't forget, at least not until the person has made reparation for mistakes. If corrective action is necessary, make certain that if truly fits the crime. When rules have become slack and useless, only through the institution of clear and swift penalties can their effectiveness be restored? In those situations where serious issues of justice are at stake, keep careful records and do not hesitate to go public with the truth. Okay, remember I talked about, the truth and the cloak of deception, the Five of Swords, and how things are becoming to the light. And then you had your Seven of Swords. And also the message about the bank account and the missing money. It comes into this too. Okay, so that's interesting. So the truth is coming out and it's asking you to take some action. Now we're going to pull the two Louise Hay cards. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. All you have to do is hit the little subscribe button, and you even get $5 off a reading, and you get entered into the reading. If you entered in September, please check the community comments to see if you're one of the 4 that were selected. I picked 2 randomly. I would think of a number and then I'd go down the list. So 2 subscribers and 2 comments were selected in September. And what do we have for our Virgo here? Or excuse me, our Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. And we have here, 1, 2. Okay. I am willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I'm free to create what is meaningful to me. And see, you're in your creation part of what you want in your life now. Isn't that pretty there? And the other one is, I accept my uniqueness. There. There is no competition and no comparison, for we are all different and meant to be that way. I'm special and wonderful. I love myself. Yes. So that's your 8 of Cups. Who are you? What do you want? And what limit? We only put the limits on ourselves. The universe is unlimited. And now I'm going to pull the meditation card. Look how quiet Nina's being. She's being so good today. She's being so good. Okay, and here we have our meditation card. I certainly appreciate your support of the channels, Scorpio, and your card for this week is right here. Courage. Wish upon a star and release all limiting beliefs. What do we talk about limits? Here's your meditation card, right there. If you want to take a picture of it, it's a perfect picture right there. Cover my face. Okay, thank you so much, Scorpio. And until next week, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.